everybody. Welcome to the Mental Wealth Channel. My name is Lexi, and this is a space for anybody that experiences mental health challenges on a day-to-day basis. So if you or anybody you know is struggling with any mental health challenge, this is the space for you. In past episodes, we have talked about journaling, and we talked about victory and gratitude. Check those out. And today we're going to talk about triggers. So in our daily life, there's always experiences that are going to make us feel uncomfortable. But if we remember our vulnerabilities, it can be easier to navigate. And what do I mean by vulnerabilities? And that's what I want to talk about today, the acronym HALT. HALT. For example, if somebody cuts me off in traffic, I'm always going to be upset. But if I'm hungry or tired, I didn't sleep well, I feel 10 times worse than if it was a day where I'm rested and fed, etc. So today we're going to talk about HALT and try to figure out independently, this is very personal, our triggers and vulnerabilities. And we can start with this acronym. So the H stands for hungry, the A stands for angry, the L stands for lonely, and the T stands for tired. So when we're in distress and we want to take a negative action that is going to hurt ourselves or where we're going to lash out at somebody, if we remember this acronym and we remember our vulnerabilities, we can halt and see if I can wait to take certain actions before I react. And this takes practice, of course, but by writing it down in our journal, writing down our vulnerabilities in our journal, and writing down these acronyms, it can really motivate us and remind us of the different types of actions we can take when we're feeling distress. So for you, you might be able to work on 4 hours of sleep. Some people don't really need breakfast to function. You know, everybody's a little bit different, but there is kind of a common ground amongst people where if we are very hungry, if we feel very angry, if we feel lonely, or if we feel tired, which means we didn't sleep enough, our ability to tolerate distress will be a lot lower. So 2 things for today. Identify your triggers and your vulnerabilities, and remember the acronym HALT. And if you can try for one time when you're feeling distressed, always remember, am I hungry? Am I angry? Am I lonely? Or am I tired? And the antidote for being hungry is to step away and grab something to eat. The antidote for being angry is patience. So if we're angry at a situation that we're in, we take a break, we take some space, deep breathe, and I will make another video about the antidote for anger because that sounds like a whole theme in itself. The next one, lonely. This one is hard because if you don't have people to call or nobody is answering, what can we do to address loneliness? I would like to share that if you have anybody you could call or text, if you can text, that's great, but if you can call someone, that is always helpful. Somebody that you know is understanding. Don't call somebody that irritates you or is trying to control you or whatever. So pick up the phone. And if you really sincerely don't have anybody to call, there is an amazing hotline, 988, and there is people 24/7 available for support. And there is a misconception about this hotline that you only have to call when you are in danger of really hurting yourself or hurting others. And that is not true. You can call them whenever you're feeling distress or crisis. The people in that hotline are very helpful. I have experience with them, and I really recommend calling that hotline. And tired, of course, if we're at work and we're irritated and because we didn't sleep, that's not the time where we can take a nap. But we can remember, hey, this is stronger and I feel it strongly because I'm tired and not because the situation in itself is creating this distress in me. And also, I'm not going to beat myself up for having such strong feelings over something little, because I know some of us can do that as well. Why am I reacting this strongly for something that doesn't really make sense? And it's like, okay, I can have compassion for myself. I didn't sleep at all. And so I can just take my time, have that self-compassion, and take an early night to sleep if I can. And if I really can't, to just remember I'm very tired and everything is irritating me way more than it should. And I'm going to have compassion for myself and I'm going to have compassion for the situation. And this will pass the moment I take a nap. So take a nap, grab a glass of water, eat a snack, call a friend. I know texting is so the thing nowadays, but call somebody, like dial the number, speak with your voice, hear somebody's voice over the phone. And we will continue with more self-soothing techniques on the next video. Thank you so much for watching. If you think anybody could benefit from this video, please send them their way. Please subscribe. I will see you on the next episode.